Oh look, he just came online. I see him on Steam. I think Brock's just live. Stream it live. Hello? Is anybody there? Hello, hello? Endo says, yay, live. Yes, okay, perfect. We are live. Yep, and anybody who's just coming inside here right now, my VR is broke, so that's why I'm in desktop mode. But, you know, that won't be a reoccurrence because I'll have my cord back on Tuesday. Grandpa, hello. Welcome. Brox is just posting out again to our social media sites right now to let everyone know that we're live, and then we'll get this stream on the road. Let me see if I can try drawing on desktop. Frox kind of just set the camera so then it's like always on me in a way. Right now Frox is having to control the camera because I can't really control it while I'm out of here. Okay, let's see if I can even dip it. Oh. Nope. I can't even reach over there. Oh. Sorry if the camera's clipping. Player Cody says bHaptics sounds like a great idea. Yeah. Haptic integration. Yes, Endo, I am on desktop. It's a sad day. Virtual Rock says I want one so bad. Yeah, it seems like a pretty cool device, and you know, it's not too expensive for being able to feel sensations inside of VR. And Prox is actually going to be demonstrating that and showing that off today as well, so it should be pretty cool. Player Cody says, so if haptics is implemented, does that booping snoots can also be felt? Well, there is a padding that is around the face gasket, so you can have one that vibrates around for the face. Actually, as well. Hey, Frooks. Say hello to the stream.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm just setting
Rambo
everything
says,
up because the OBS, I don't have it set up.
Oh yeah, no problem. Rambo says, still better to have the screen mode than not being able to access NES completely, and you will get accustomed to it if you play it like that for a while. Yeah, but I'm actually getting my VR back on Tuesday, so for next week's stream I definitely will be back in VR. And yeah, Tomo, we're actually, this brings up a really good point because eventually we'll be having, you know, a proper screen mode or desktop mode for NEOS in the farther future, possibly by next year, which will be really amazing. Perfect. Yes. Also, still dreaming. Thank you for the follow. I'm definitely feeling like I'm still dreaming. Also, yeah, yes, and thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription as well. Thank you, Still Dreaming. I definitely hope that we have a lovely stream. It's definitely a different one. This is actually the first stream I've ever done in desktop mode. I'm mostly always in VR. But here, I'll try to draw. I'll draw you guys a heart. This heart is for you guys. There you go. That's for you guys. Brain Nuggets. Thank you for the follow. That's a funny name. US, thank you for the follow as well, and Aspen, thank you for the follow too. Undersample says, so who's wearing the bHaptics? Right now, Frox is wearing the bHaptics, and he'll be on stream with us in the next couple of minutes, and then he'll be showing that off. he's been the one that has gotten a kit for the whole haptic suit, as well as being able to implement these past couple of weeks.
So far, the people that I know that have bHaptics is Fuchs, Gina, and well, bHaptics.
Pierre says, very impressive you drew it with your neck. Technically, I drew it with my mouse, but yeah. Clerco says, I do like the layout design on the bottom left that has both arms flexing. Yeah. Hey, someone's saying that you're looking fresh AF. Yep. Mm-hmm. Looking so fresh. Endo says, are you getting a Tesla suit? Yes. I will be getting the Tesla suit, but they're not going to be having consumer-made Tesla suits until 2023. So that's like, you know, like 3 years down the road. Then sure, I'll get one. I'm sure the price will be pretty good for them too. And we'll definitely get them implemented here in Neos. But for right now, the haptic suit available to consumers right now would be that bHaptics suit, which it's also pretty cheap as well.
They do. It's just that they're planning on doing it once they get either the funds and also the hardware.
I heard it. Still Dreaming says, "Oh, they have plans for consumer grade." Yeah, I actually heard it in an interview with, I believe, the CEO. I think it was the CEO that was talking in the interview and was saying that they have it to where their goal is by 2023 to have it for consumers and have it cost about as much as a console. So we'll see if they can get that. That would be great. Hello, Frox. Welcome.
Okay,
Thank you for the subscription.
Yes, I have the suit on.
Hello and welcome to the stream.
Hey, Alex. Welcome. I'm guessing Alex works at bHaptics. That's awesome as well.
Hello.
Yeah.
Kazar, thank you for the... Yeah, thank you so much for the fall and the subscription.
Yeah. See if I can
So, you're wearing the bHaptics suit right now, right, Frox?
So I have like the bHaptics vest. I have the
Probably
Ooh,
want
and I've
to
got coffee.
also be sure to move the camera around into different perspectives or whatnot, so then I'm not just...
Oh, hold on.
Hey, Turk.
There we go.
Welcome, Dirk.
So let me know if the voice is like weird because I had to like, configure the streaming on my end.
Oh no, you're fine. I'll just be...
So I do have I have the haptics suit, I have the forearm attachments, and I also have like there's like a face cushion for the VR headset, so I can actually feel things in the forehead. And what I did on I'm kind of losing tracking too for some reason. My computer's been weird today. So like you can on the screen you should be able to see sort of like the haptic feedback. Usually for most like avatar interaction, like you need to like watch it close because like it's gonna be small. But for anything like stronger, like you'll be able to see like these like little blue circles like pop up. So you're gonna see in the real time like what is it doing. So do you want to showcase it? Like
Yeah. Actually, so right now Frox is going to visualize it so you guys can actually see where he feels the haptic points and how you can kind of visually see how it'd be like on the avatar. And this automatically works right out of the box right when you have a bHaptic suit on. Right when you have Neos on and you have the suit on, it'll just pick it up and track it for your character, which is quite nice.
If you have a full body avatar in Neos, all you need to do is just with your with the bHaptics player and it'll work out of the box. Like you'll be able to feel things on your avatar, assuming the other person also has a full body avatar. Neos automatically injects the avatar with like haptic volumes. Although you can also create your own. So there's a lot of like flexibility there. And then like for the content, like various like weapons and so on, there's a very easy way to sort of like integrate haptics inside of Neos. So you can also like enhance the environment, you can enhance the items and so on. But avatar to avatar interactions, they're fully automatic. Assuming it is a full body avatar. If you're using like floating head avatar for that one, you'll have to set it manually right now.
Absolutely. So why don't you show that off visually? The visuals for it.
So,
and that's what the
controllers
hardware would look like.
Yeah, pretty much.
So like
Also, Zab, thank you for the gifted sub.
Are you having tracking issues?
Yeah, I'm having tracking issues. I think I might need to plug my headset into a different USB because like I swapped it around. Well, so we can like showcase like interactions. Like, so for example, if you for example touch my forehead and or, like.
Yes, Johnny, we're going as metaversey as metaverse can get.
So do we want to showcase the integration?
Yeah, I would love to.
You want me to turn on
Yeah.
visuals?
No. Like you can like interact now with my avatar and like see like how like it should like light up.
I'm not seeing the visuals for it.
Oh wait, is
Hold
he?
on.
Also,
Oh,
Prox is freezing.
he's streaming. I
There,
thought you were
like
streaming, Max.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not the one that's streaming. It's Frox is the one
Yeah.
that's streaming.
So,
Which normally I would have a better camera control. If I was the one that was streaming out. He just kind of like sets it to group, which is fine. It's like Pierre says, camera sure likes the back of Aegis's head. Yeah. Also, Frox
whoops.
went AFK.
Yeah, he's
Sorry,
gonna
guys.
probably replug in the Vive
Don't
headset.
worry, I'll just step on his body. You feel like Frox?
Wait, what
No.
if the feedback is going on when you do that?
Hey, maybe.
Is it working? Come on, do something.
Yeah.
Oh, I see
Sorry
the
about this, you
visual. I have to
guys.
stream up myself, so okay. Yeah. I didn't know what I was talking about, but now I do. Okay, so yeah. Folks, if you're not if you're just tuning in and all that, Fuchs has the bHaptics integration built into Neos now, and he's now going to demonstrate once he's on here to show you like how the bHaptics works with the Neos.
Yes, this rug is beta rug. Oh no. Okay, well I think Prox is having some extra audio. Okay,
You just
I
plug
think
it
it's fine
in.
now. It's like, oh boy. Sorry, still dreaming. It's going lovely, isn't it? Yeah, tough technical difficulty stream for sure.
Yes.
Sounds like a soup kitchen. Oh,
No soup
that
for
has
you.
to be the funniest thing I read on chat. Why are you scrolling up? I can't see the new
Oh,
messages when you do
There was
that.
a
Don't do
question
that,
somebody
please.
had.
I don't care.
Oh,
Okay.
that's okay.
Oh my gosh, Snooper, thank
Yeah,
you so
there's
much
Snooper.
for all the gifted subs. Thank you for that. Oh. Well, I kind of wish Frox would have put the camera on me at the very least. Then we could at least
Or
move
on
it
an
off from his
anchor.
body. Well, no, yeah, I know. The anchor is right there. All I have to do is just click it. But thank you so much again for that, Snooper. That's very kind of you. Yes, we'll be experiencing a little bit of lag with all the gift subs. If they don't go away in a while, then I'll probably just have to reset. Actually, I'm just gonna reset this chat because I think this is a little bit strange.
Sound like you're using the wrong microphone audio.
Here we go. Now we're good for chat again, you guys. You okay there, Frox? Are you live? Are Frox's face.
Can I get better? I wanna
Oh.
grab one of those.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
Okay, so Frox says he has to restart.
Okay.
Okay. All good, Frox. I'm sure chat understands.
Yep.
It's your friendly neighborhood Nexalin here. Is the stream okay? Did it get bandages? I hope.
Hi, stream.
Hey. Is my microphone volume at 2D? Yeah, that'd be good. Thank you. Oh. I'll let Prox figure out his stuff. Sorry about that, you guys. Yeah. So Prox had to restart, get the stream hype back. Thank you so much, Snooper 5000, for the cheer. Thank you for the 5,000 bits. Thank you so much for that. Very, very, very kind of you. Yeah, we're getting the hype back. We just have to have Frox is just dealing with some technical issues on his side. And normally this wouldn't happen for the stream, so sorry about that again, you guys. Rampa says, didn't you made a desktop utilities installed of your avatar next? Yeah, I do have one. I do have a desktop utilities version of this character, which let me actually put that on real quick. The desktop utilities, somebody has made a very nice button that allows your character to be desktopified, and I can actually walk around in desktop mode and jump around. So, not too bad. But hopefully when we have the actual proper implement system by next year, this will just work for default for any avatar inside of desktop, as well as much better interactions and building tools.
I can't wait.
Still dreaming, yes. We're back. I'm so sorry about that, you guys. Frox is just having some problems either with his headset or his computer freezing up, but I'm thinking it's better now. Hopefully.
I think he just he had a bandwidth issue.
Yeah, they're probably it's harder for them to hear you, Turk, because it's coming off of Frox's thing. Yeah.
Well,
Hello.
metrics.
Does
Okay,
Nextland have an emote? Yeah, I do. I actually, yeah. Hey, Frox.
Hello. Well, it turns out I'm really stupid because one thing that I did recently is ability to block haptics in your settings in case you're uncomfortable, and I forgot I have it on, so that's why it's not doing anything.
Oh, okay. Frox going, huh? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh, Frox in chats? Huh?
Huh? There we
Also,
go.
I hit the back of my leg today and it got like all bloody. It sucked.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. But I got it wrapped up now, so I should be fine. Not only did my cord
That's
break, but a little bit of my foot.
Ooh, hopefully it'll be fine soon. Anyway, so
Yeah.
we have the everything should be ready now. So the suit should be working with the haptics, and we can try it like with Turk.
Yeah, Turk, why don't you? Oh gosh.
Sorry, we gotta
Oh.
get the fun one with it too. Can I
Yeah.
get builder? Because I have to grab the actual. I don't have the.
Alex
one.
isn't gonna need that
Can
avatar for
we
NES
showcase
as
like
soon
the
as
avatar
possible.
avatar
Sure
interaction
thing.
because like we kind of want to show that as
Yeah,
a
sure.
basis and then like get like to more of the fun stuff.
Oh no, this is the finale.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
so
the
it should be
washing
builder.
machine.
So you should be able to see the interactions on the screen now. The problem is like with the avatar, like they're like really weak because like this suit it has a lot of power. So like if I use like something that's like really heavy. Actually, let me just show that really first, so you know like what it looks like. So I have like this sphere, and I will put this in. It's really really strong, but you can probably see this like nicely on
dang.
the stream. Can you see it on the stream? Oh. Oh,
That's one
My
thing
hand.
the Twitch Prime subscription.
my whole head will vibrate. I actually found like this. I think this one is like 100% intensity, and like when I was testing, I put this on like for like 15 seconds. The headset lost tracking. It didn't like. This is probably like good like for like something like a blast, but like not for like this kind of like sustained like vibration.
Yeah, that's when you get headshot. It should only last like
Yep.
a couple of seconds.
Not even
Doesn't
that
sound that
usually.
great with on.
Just
Yeah.
like
Your
quick
brain,
jolt.
your brain is turning even more active. It's powering up.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah,
There we go.
I don't think we can label that it increases IQ though.
Oh, not.
Maybe
Well,
some sort of
so you can try,
mental
like, the avatar,
stimulation.
avatar.
That's how it works, right? We just have to vibrate our brains in order to stimulate them, make them work better. Maybe.
Okay.
I have
So-
It still dreams that the visuals
That's
are
right.
working. That's awesome. Yep.
Let's try like the avatar interaction. So like the way it works in Neos is like your avatar is automatically like, augmented. Like there are essentially like haptic points on my avatar, and it's set up completely automatically. I don't have to like do anything for support. And then like Turk, like or essentially anyone else who's like wearing a full body avatar, Neos automatically injects it with full like haptics volumes, and it actually uses all the bones. So like technically I can feel any part of the body. But the head is stronger. The head is like 5% intensity, and the hands are 5% intensity. Yep, so I can feel that.
Physical fruits. Physical fruits.
I'm not sure like if this one is too visible on the stream because like it's still like 5%, so the
Give me one
blue
sec,
dot
I'll
is
be
gonna
right
be
back.
really tiny. But it should like work. You should be able to do the chest as well. Oh, and a good coffee.
Yes. Wasn't ready.
So
Thought I
try
had
the
enough.
chest as well.
Okay,
Like so they're
I'm
like
just gonna-
the suit I have is like. Oh, there we go.
gonna pat you down. There you go. Oh, it's my controllers are vibrating too.
Oh, they are. I
I'm
forgot
being
that.
gentle, I promise.
Yes. And the cool thing is like I can actually kind of feel like where it is. It also like modulates it based on the distance. So like for example, as you move your hand around, the points will get like weaker and stronger, and it kind of like helps. And to go a little bit like deeper, like that's not triggering it.
Superman. Oh wait, Superman.
But there's actually another thing I can
Do I
like
have to go
showcase is
faster?
like you can also try like the back, like on the back, like it's a little bit easier to reach. Ah, I can feel that. I can actually close my eyes and like tell like try like tapping like left or right shoulder.
Oh.
Oh, there you go. Oh, oh, that's me. I had my eyes closed. I thought the bubble had to do.
The timing.
Okay, so I can feel. Wait, are they on both sides?
Left,
Th-
right,
Left, right.
right. This is the right side.
What? I swear
This
it
is
was
the left side.
I swear you're like doing the opposite sides.
Yeah. But you can tell,
To
that's the
confuse me.
thing.
Yes. So yeah, like essentially have like the avatar like interaction is like completely out of the box. One thing I can show you is how you can actually like adjust it. Like if you want to, because like for example you saw like on the chest the points they're kind of like too deep in the avatar, so you can actually adjust like the parameterization. So if I grab a developer tooltip, there's a little bit more advanced like this only like if you want to have like some customizations. But what I'm gonna do is just drink this coffee. And I'm just gonna get rid of it
Okay.
for now. So I'm gonna open the inspector. Actually, let me just select myself first.
Hi.
Open
Just
the
face
inspector.
through me.
Oh, no. And I'll find wherever I want to adjust my torso. So I need to find the root of my spine. And on the spine, you can find there's torso haptics. And if I enable show debug visuals, you'll be able to see on my avatar is like these like dots. And essentially each one represents a single like haptic motor on the vest. Oop, and I'm being grabbed.
Oop.
And actually, if you start like interacting with them, like you'll see the actual light up as well, so that kind of gives you a little bit of a debug information. I thought you need to go
Bubble
like
wrap.
you need to go deeper into them. If you do just that, like your hands essentially like too far. Oh, there we go. I can feel it one.
Okay, I'm back.
Ah, welcome back. Oh, and I can feel it just on the back.
Also, FNAF, thank you so much for the follow.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
I want to pop them.
What?
It's not bubble wrap.
I know,
Yeah,
but
if I
it's
was
You're
in
not
VR
the
right now, I
bubble
would be
I can
be
hear bubble wrap
patting
now.
Frox on the back.
Someone needs to make it actual bubble wrap, so every time you touch one, it can be doable. It
Bubble
just-
armor,
you-
let's go. I
bubble
want it.
wrap armor.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Let's go.
So one
Ultimate
thing.
cosplay.
One thing I'm also gonna do, because like apparently this is not like visible on the stream. The problem, it actually does show up on the UI, but it's a very very tiny blue dot because like the avatar to avatar interactions, they're like very weak. Otherwise, like it just like it's way too strong for something like that. But I'm actually gonna turn it up.
It shows up on stream though too.
Wait.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, there
Yeah.
we go. I'm getting grabbed. So I'm gonna find my root, and there's a property called haptic manager. And here you can actually adjust like how intense they are. Like by default, I kind of fine tune it so like it feels good, like for avatar
Bending Wolf, thank you
interactions.
for the Twitch Prime
But I'm gonna
subscription.
Thank you. But I'm gonna like pull it all the way up. Actually, not all the way. I think like 50% is gonna be enough. So this is the injected hand. Next in, and body part, I'm gonna do like 20, 30. Yeah, that's good enough. And we're gonna rebuild injected sources. So now, if somebody starts like interacting with it, like you should be able to see it, but I'll feel it very, very strongly. You need to go actually inside of the sphere. Oh, there we go. Ooh.
You got any contraband?
Magic.
Got any illegal means here?
Oh, no. Yeah, I can definitely feel it. Hopefully it shows up like better on the stream as well for visualization.
Yeah, so whenever a haptic point is hit, it's when the sphere starts lighting up. So the sphere is lighting up when it's being touched for the haptic point.
The important thing is like when it lights
Can I
up.
touch you on desktop?
Yes, you can. I can actually feel your entire body.
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
That's funny. Whee!
It's weird. It's like a ghost passing through me.
Chest bump.
Actually, do this. I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna tell you when you pass through me. Now.
That's so weird. That's so cool.
Peeking. Yes. That's very eye tracking. So,
That's
but
so
one thing that I was
awesome.
also like showcasing is like how you can actually adjust like the parameterization. So you can kind of see like for this avatar it matches pretty well, but in the inspector, like if I go back to the torso haptics, you can actually adjust the parameterization. So if I go torso haptics, there's front offset. So I'm gonna actually pull it out a little bit front. Let's actually try like 20 to 20. So now we see like the points, they're like more like in front of my avatar, so like it will like trigger earlier. And I can just hide the visuals. And if I save my avatar, it will save this.
Nice. So you can adjust the way that the vibration is interacting with the haptic point, so it's not too intense.
No. You can adjust like how it maps to your avatar. So like by default, like Nias kind of like scans like the bones of your avatar and tries to like estimate where haptics points should be on the avatar. But like if it doesn't match it too well, or if you want to like create something a little bit different, you can change how it maps. So for example, what I did, I pushed the points a little bit further because like they were too far into the body.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Ooh. So, ooh.
Oh, wait, is that hand actually interacting with his haptic points?
Yep, it is.
Yes.
I can feel that.
Oh,
I think the day that we got
that's
this set up,
crazy.
we just made like a bunch of different toys. These are the couple of things that we managed to save.
That's funny.
Here, let me. Here, you want a back scratcher?
Use the bonk hammer. They're saying they want the bonk hammer, so you can bonk somebody. Yeah. Great idea.
Actually, I didn't save the updated one. Or do you have the updated one?
No, I don't.
What a cool idea for the face helmet, though, is like, or the face haptics, is like you can actually feel that when you're getting bonked on the head with a hammer.
Well, we actually did
so
a version that like I can feel. Do 100% for this one.
Sure. Let me find the collider for it. Unless.
Use like a cylinder collider. It doesn't have like a good like collider on it, so you need to put like a cylinder on it.
Can we have a Twitch chat to tickle? Sure, understandable. Once I get my Tesla suit, I will definitely allow it. So then chat can tickle me. Why not?
That'd be interesting chat reward.
Tickle me next one.
We do have like some other weapons though, like so.
That's horrible.
What was that?
I cannot take this pizza out right now, Pierre. Everything that you put on my character, I cannot take off. Oh, thanks, Rox. Aren't Twitch chat commands like literally so freaking awesome? That's like one of my favorite things about doing the Twitch streams on here.
Yeah, it looks like that's one of his favorite things.
Well, that just happened.
Which is the one where I can 1 second.
Of course.
You're updated.
So we also have like another like example here, and that's
I was trying to duplicate it.
So
There
not
you
the
go.
Okay.
RPG.
So this is the RPG that actually has been enhanced with haptics. So I'm actually gonna give it to Aegis.
Oh,
And
nice. So wait, this gun, you can actually feel the haptics on it.
yeah, I can feel the haptics like when it shoots me. Let me actually go outside. Let me go outside and I'll adjust the camera so you can kind of see.
Is my audio still 2D?
Yeah, it's still 2D.
Oh, cool. I was just wanting to make sure that the explosion didn't change them.
You good?
Also, thanks for the love, Brad.
Oh!
Oh. You
Oh, I
good?
definitely
It shoots
felt
you.
that.
He actually felt that one.
Ooh!
That's so
Oh, I
cool.
felt that one. That one didn't push me though. Ah, missed. I think. Ooh. Oh no. Can you hit me
Now,
here?
why would you want to feel an explosion in VR?
Oh no. He shot through and he missed.
Here, you gotta fight back.
I know, my controller was tricking.
Out of all the things, come on, people. Of course, this would be the first thing that we'd be doing as well for Haptics. For giving somebody blow each other
He shot so many and he still missed.
up.
Hey.
Oh, oh, and I can feel the hammer.
Oh, really? I didn't realize it's.
Bonk.
Ah!
Bonk.
Actually, that's a good idea, you guys. Maybe we could actually make a tickle gun. That'd be pretty funny.
One more time with this thing.
I'm gonna go here.
I mean, we already have a shrink ray. Why not?
Okay, folks. Goodbye.
Shoot me here.
Yeah,
It's actually funny because like
really.
one thing that's really
Absolutely
interesting
priceless.
about this is like whenever I get hit by it, I feel the jolt before I'm not even like flying through the air, and it's kind of like interesting feeling because normally in VR things are just purely like visual. Like if something like that happens to you, somebody shoots you, like you go flying,
Hey, next.
like you go flying over the map, you will just like see it. You will just see it like visually.
I hear the vibration on your head, boy.
Yes, it's really strong.
That's funny. Sorry, Prox.
That's okay. I
They'll
can
probably
control
give you
myself.
they'll probably give you a bad headache after 2 hours of the stream.
Oh no. As long as I don't move too much.
Oh, hey, look.
Yeah, you can do it to me all you want on this desktop.
I saved it. It's amazing. I like to call it the washing machine.
Walk next to this, freaks.
Oh,
Hello? Oh.
you wanna
The
get?
arm
Do you wanna get washed?
Oh. Not sure how I feel
I
about
don't think
this.
that applies here. Oh.
Ah!
Bong 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 bong. It's on the hand.
Ah, this
That's
was
so weird.
fortunately kind of weak.
I think that's how we set them up originally.
Ah! I can feel this
Had
one.
to get in the center.
The possibilities of
That's funny.
technology.
I can be head patted efficiently.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
Kind
know.
of funny, I don't feel
this.
it until the hands come in.
I don't think
Ah!
I don't think
I
I'd
can
want to
it
feel
now.
that. A whole bunch of disembodied arms just like layering all against you with their hands. I don't know. Going into
Yes.
some sort of mandala.
Oh, I can
I
feel them on
mean,
the back.
hey, VR. Yeah,
I
anything's
feel like that
possible,
would be a
right?
bad trip.
Sometimes for VR.
Someone has to make a head pat machine now.
Why not?
You guys asked so many times for like the head pat thing. I promise you one day we will get it. That will be like your guys' Christmas gift. We will definitely add in that sort of check, man.
I know it's
just
kind of
made a
boy.
haptics.
head pat machine. I
Oop.
forget who made it. Let me find it real quick. A second.
I do have something that also does have.
Chris says, so can you
Oh.
configure particle effects with haptics? I'm pretty sure you would be able to, right? Could you configure particle effects to react to haptics?
No. Well, kind of usually like the particles, like there's just like a extra effect. So you do like a haptic collider, like a haptic volume that kind of triggers the haptics, and you like layer the particles on top of that as an effect.
That's
So like, like if you want to like
Articles is
build,
purely graphical.
yeah, like the actual like haptics are based like purely on like colliders, so it's like a very efficient system.
my god.
So like whenever like within the volume, like it kind of like triggers it. Ooh, I felt that.
Glad to feel that.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Okay, I'm awake now.
Like Cody says, bHaptics, feel free to test out our suit and let us know how it turns out. Neosphere, I got you, fam. Create spinning hands, circle, and auto missile launcher. Yeah, for sure.
That's all you need. That's all you need to test.
Purple Prime is pretty much like right. Whoa!
Here at Neos, we test
been
the
killed.
most important things, like what does it feel like when you get stabbed in the chest with a energy sword?
It feels like I'm being
Yeah.
electrocuted.
I know. There was like a concept
What's
where
kind
they
of
were,
cool
like,
is that you can like feel where it's going through.
No, not that one.
You're too blind,
I just saw my head in
darling.
half.
You give happy.
Actually, does it work on the arms too?
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's dual wielding.
I know.
Oh no.
Somebody brought up the concept of like massage particles to be haptics.
I like
Yes.
this idea.
I updated my pool map with reflection probes. It's so good. So good.
Rebus says, also, I took a little history dive through 2 generations of the hub back and translated the part of the dev history on the wiki. Now I want to make a Neos museum even more. Sounds like an awesome idea to me, Rampa.
Ooh.
Also,
That's awesome.
Haptic rain.
Per Magic, thank you for the follow.
You could do haptic rain. Haptic rain.
Yeah,
could be
I'm
done,
sure you
yeah.
could do
Yeah.
some form of sensation even with the bHaptics one. I'm kind of excited for the
Like a
Tesla
local
suit one though too, because I hear that Rain is pretty good on that one as well for
Might work.
that. But I think you could get to work for the bHaptic suit as well for some form of haptic rain, which I think would be very pleasant.
But
That'd be
actually
very
one thing I
relaxing.
can even showcase is like how you can kind of build like things with haptics in EOS. Should I like showcase like some of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me just give you a very
absolutely.
quick example. So I'm just gonna grab basic like shape tools. I'm just gonna make like a cube here. And let me also adjust the thing a little bit. So I have a cube
don't
and
think
essentially
that
I
the
want this
bHaptic
cube to
suit
kind of like
has
trigger.
temperature functions. The bHaptic suit doesn't have temperature functions, right?
No, this is
Max?
only like vibration.
Yeah, it
so-
would only be vibro-tactile.
Tactile, yeah.
So I have it like this cube, and what I can do is like now it's just a regular cube. So if I walk into it, like nothing really happens. But I can open it up with the inspector. And this is a simple tool, like if you're like familiar with like Unity or an Unreal Engine, like it lets you like inspect the components on it. I'm gonna attach a new component. I'm gonna attach component input haptics, and I want haptic volume. And what this does, essentially, it converts like this collider into like collider that triggers haptics that interacts with like the points on my avatar that map to the haptic vest. And by default, the force is like 0, so I'm gonna just ramp it up to 50. So you should be able to see this. And you see when I walk into this, like it's activating for whichever parts of this are inside. And it's really, really
Yeah, I
strong.
can hear you completely vibrating.
Yep. And you actually have like different types of sensations. This can also like in preparation for like different types of suits. So if some of them can like simulate, let's say, temperature more directly, you can set up your content now, but it'll automatically like work with even suits like that don't support it because it'll just translate it to vibration. So if I set temperature or something, it kind of tries to like create something that might sort of give the user feedback like a temperature. Oh, there's also another one like pain, for example. So like if you, for example, were like wounded or something, you can use it to simulate. And if I actually go into this, it's like kind of like it's almost like
Oh, that's
kind of
so
like this
weird.
like buzz that kind of feels like a pulse. And actually, there's also interesting thing where like the pulse is actually modulated by the intensity of the pain. So if I go into this. Like the pulse is slower, but if I ramp it up, it's stronger, but it's also like faster. So it's kind of like And if I make it like
So
really
can we
big,
let
it's
them
just
do
like
it?
a...
Just as a
Yeah.
question, Frox, technically you could even make this haptic suit also work with like music as well, right? Like you could
Yes,
link
yes.
this up to like a song or something like that, and you could feel like your music, right?
Wait,
Voicing
Steven.
analyzer.
Yeah.
You can actually just like plug this into anything. So like,
Then
let's
we'd really
say
be vibing
there's
to the
actually-
beats of the music and vibing
there's
with
actually-
our haptic suit.
there's actually a really interesting thing that like we showcase like in the video. You can like drive this using our in-game scripting language. So if I take like Logix, we can actually do a regular interesting thing. I'm gonna pull this out, and I have access to the intensity, and I can pretty much drive it from anything. So I could actually take Nex over here. Ooh. I take Nex,
Hi.
and hello. And I'm gonna find your Visime analyzer. So let's see. So this is
Oh,
normal
he's
like
gonna
what's
make it so
driving.
then he feels my voice.
Yeah, I'll be able to
Right.
feel your voice. So
Okay.
this is the Visime analyzer. Don't need the rest anymore. I'm gonna close it. So over here, wait, no.
I'm reminded of that that scene from the.
So what I want to
Shoot,
do is
that's
here I can actually pull like different Visemes, and so for example here I have like the S Viseme, and next if you
Cass,
talk,
thank you for the follow, and Conchu, thank you for the follow as well.
say
Hello.
S. You see this like really strong, so I can actually just take this value and I can like pull like it right here. And now if I go into this, I don't feel anything until you say S.
Hello, Frox. Can you hear me with the vibration?
Anyone?
Try saying some
Hot tubs?
sentence.
Some sentences with a lot of S's and s.
What if we try
So-
the O?
Oh, let's try O.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh, let me go inside.
Ooh la la. Ooh.
Oh,
Is
I think
it-
that's
is
a
it
different
O?
one. That's
O?
O.
I. Ooh, I.
I don't think you hit it one time.
Ooh, it's like I'm checking out Visemes.
Ooh.
Or.
There you
Oh,
go.
no.
Hold on.
Oh no. Oh no, that's too strong.
Sally sells
That's way too
shells by
strong.
the seashore. There you go, Tova. Thank you.
I don't know if you want specific ones or just like a multitude.
Yeah. But we could actually do something similar like with music. So like if I let's say take some music that we can use.
Do we have the background track
Worthy
right now?
says, imagine having a big menacing deity avatar, and each time that you speak, your voice makes everyone literally tremble. Sounds awesome to me.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, like if
More
you're like
immersion.
making like some kind of like game or something, and there's like this menacing character, you could like make like give it like a Royal Rumble based on that.
I wonder if anyone in the chat
Give you more,
remembers
give
that,
you more into it.
That Howard Stern speaker scene.
Feeling the bass in the club, you know it, Johnny. That's what I'm going to be
Yep.
using it for. Mm-hmm.
It's actually going to be really good if you think about it. Just feeling the bass is like one thing you kind of miss from a lot of places.
Oh, yeah.
And now, if clubs ever do like a VR club, they don't have to blow out their speakers to make everyone feel the bass.
Yep. All you need is those beautiful index headphones, and if you get the app, I mean, that's all that I need.
So over here, I'm just attaching like a volume meter to this music, and I just need to drop it in. Drop it here. Now it's like measuring the volume, and actually I can just plug this into the haptics. I remember like it would be better to use something like FFT analyzer, so it kind of gives like specific.
Darn, I don't think anyone knew what I was talking about.
Yep,
Oh,
you're
that's
going with the
interesting.
big
I can actually
lightning
feel
sphere.
like the beat. It's pretty strong, so I'd have to like play with it a little bit.
So wait, you're playing that music and it's linked up to the haptics now?
Yeah, it's
You
linked to
like feel it?
haptics. You can actually feel like the rhythm of the music. Oh, that's actually interesting. Wait, where's
Music
the
make you
volume?
lose control. Yes. Oh no, I feel like the integration of music with also VR is like a wonderful way, because it's like you're having the visuals of art and then you're also having the, the sound. Just a really good connection.
That's actually pretty cool. Like I haven't like tried it with just the volume meter before. But yeah, you can like that's like one of the powers of Neos is like you have access like to the full like fully fledged like scripting language. You have access to the components, and you can pretty much create your own haptic applications without having to like do the suit integration yourself.
I have Index, so the Haptic system also supports the controllers too now, which is really nice. And like I can just feel the song. It's actually kind of really nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you have a,
And
that's also the thing. Like if
imagine
you have
dubstep gun
this.
with a bHaptics. Yeah, I'm sure that
Oh,
would
yeah.
feel intense.
Wait, what about the purring cat? Would that trigger it or?
You need to set it up.
Dang. Okay.
Like pretty much like you need to create like the haptic volumes to like for existing content to kind of like give it like the
Oculus does
haptics,
have
but
haptic controllers. At least though
Yes.
I only had the CV1 controllers, and those ones were haptic.
and a kind of like controller like that has like haptics, it supports haptic volumes as well. So even if you don't have the suit, you can use that to kind of create like enhance your content already, and you can also use it for testing
The
because
music box.
So oscilloscope.
Oh.
there we go.
Yep. So if your controllers have vibration, then you can also have those interactions just with your controller.
I need to
I
boost it
love the
some.
mesh you made for like that visualization.
And that's
Beautiful.
thermal. But yeah, you can create things like that. There's also some other features that kind of like make it easier to kind of build like haptic feelings in here. I'm just gonna cross this out. I'm gonna put this like to like full volume, and like you can see like when I walk into this, like it's just like full intensity. But since we were like talking about things like rain before, there's actually ways like you can use that to stimulate it. Because if you go into the haptics, there's a bunch of filters, and the filters actually allow you to kind of like modulate the haptic feel. So for example, there's like impact filter, and if I like lower it down and I walk into this, oh, it's actually just too weak. I'm just gonna do like this. This kind of gives me like a sort of like a jolt that kind of like dies down, and I can actually even like make it so it's like for individual point. So it kind of feels like I'm passing like some kind of like barrier. That's really
So
weird.
Jova is asking, does Neos have a soundtrack music created for Neos and owned by them?
We don't have
any-
like official Neos music right now. This song is from one of my old games, so it's a pretty old one.
Yeah.
Actually, I was wondering, Crix, can the haptic system tie into the Index? Was it the sound modulation?
I'm not sure if I understand what you mean.
I don't think we have it now, but for Index controllers, you know how when you turn them on, or even Steam controllers, you have like that da da da, or they just have like a noise.
No, that's you don't have a control over it as a developer.
Oh dang. Okay.
But one thing I kind of wanted to show is like since we were talking about the rain, is with the filters. If you go to Haptics filters, you have like various like filters like for example noise filter, and if I like walk into this, is it a little bit too strong? But like if I I'm actually gonna like keep it strong so like it's easier to visualize, but this kind of will create like this kind of like feeling where essentially it's just like random points like on my body like activating.
Yes,
And
and
hands are
Neos does
galloping.
have haptic compatibility for controllers as well.
yes. Yeah, like anything like this will also like if you use controllers that have like a haptic, like the index controllers, I don't remember much all of the controllers have it. The haptic volumes will trigger haptics on those controllers as well.
It's really nice. 'cause,
Alex
like, I'm running around.
says is suggesting an idea: add haptic response for scaling your avatar up and down. That sounds pretty interesting.
That'd be good.
That would be a very interesting feeling as you're getting smaller. And
Yeah, I mean like you could like build something for your avatar. I'm not sure like what would be like the default one.
But it's
Um,
really nice to have
yeah.
the haptics on the hands because, like, I'll be like looking around. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. It's just
Yes.
nice having to have that like physical feedback
Wait.
now.
Can kind of feel like where somebody
Oh, you
is.
mean when you're accidentally touching someone, Turk?
Yeah.
You just,
You're like walking, you're walking through and you're
you
like,
just do that
oh,
awkward
sorry.
stretch, just like and lean. But yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to touch you there. I get you, Turk.
Yes. That or like you're like turning. You're like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like you're
'cause
trying.
you
Like you're trying to
definitely
get the
need to
milk,
worry about
and then-
touching other people while they're in VR. I'm
I
sure they
think we
care.
need to get the cube out of the way.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, I get so close up to someone's face that I'm like literally clipping through them, and they're just like seeing the inside of my head.
Yes.
So yeah,
Hey, they might
there's
not
that
know
happens.
me. They'll be like, why is this robot dude just like
Ooh,
creeping
I
and
just-
like looking and just like touching, and you're like,
Gosh.
oh, okay.
I don't know what's going on outside.
Yeah, holding hands with haptics. That sounds okay. Yeah.
There's some kind of force field.
Hands, ew.
Gross.
Who touches hands? I thought this was 2020.
Especially, yeah. Oh no, dude. I already knew you were gonna say something like that. Oh gosh. Here we go again. Well, we'll be 2021 already. Can't get any worse. Like, what is the meteorite gonna hit now? Like, I don't know.
Don't.
There's a
Don't
chance
jinx
of
it.
one.
Why
There's a
is this
chance of a
creepy dude-
meteorite. Really? Is there on the news? Really?
Well, not like this year,
Jeez.
like really far into the future.
Yeah, I know.
It's still like very
That's
low
what I
chance.
mean.
It's better than the sun being like a rogue sun being thrown at us.
That would be worse.
That's
Yep.
the thing.
You saw the new, how's it pronounced? Korgesagt. In a nutshell.
Yes. Yes. Wait, why is this creepy dude forcing cat cookies into my face? I don't know. Maybe he has a thing. He's like,
I don't know either.
oh. Yeah. yeah,
Okay then. Awesome Fox, thank you so much for the follow. Rampa says maybe add some channel point commands. I've already got 6.2k, but using them on interaction would be more interesting than on Twitch chat rewards.
Ooh,
Oh, I'm spinning. Ah!
not very good use.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, I felt dizzy after that one.
Well,
Yeah,
no-
that
no
would be a
in this
wonderful
stuff.
idea. I really want to add in more stuff. Yeah, sorry, I'm in desktop. Sorry about that.
I mean, like, how do you
I'll be
this
getting
like
my
on your
VR back in-
desktop?
Oh, Nix, you're new
Oh,
to the
yeah,
team.
that got me dizzy. You got more than if I was in VR.
Oh, that's interesting. You got
Nix, you're
VR.
immune to
Yeah.
spin.
Like, at least it made my eyes go cross-eyed.
Oh,
Oh.
I just-
Nexel, and thank you for letting me spin you with my new sub. Oh, no problem, Under. Also, Waspus, thank you for the follow as well. And BFox says, yeah, what's the deal with Nex's arms? Yeah, that's because I'm in desktop.
So is there
Don't worry, I'll get
anything-
my VR back next week.
So is there anything you're looking forward to with the haptic system at all, Frix, or anything that you'd like to add still?
I feel like most of the stuff like that's like it's really there. It's mainly just like seeing like what kind of like content like people produce. One thing I kind of want to add that's gonna be like interesting for certain applications is a way to sample the haptics in game, because right now you can have like a driver, like for example the bHaptics driver or the driver for the controllers, and they're kind of like sampling the environment, seeing like what intensity is at certain points in the world, like based on your avatar. And I kind of want to expose it so like, you can actually read it with logics. So because there are some people kind of like who are building like NPCs, and if we could actually have like NPCs sample something like a force or like something that causes them pain, they could actually react to it. So I think it's going to enable some interesting applications for that.
You have a punching bag, and if you punch it too hard, it just... I don't know. Punching bags don't talk, so it's VR. Find
Yeah.
out what happens.
I think that this is a really good step for us to go into realizing that for other companies that we are a platform that's very accepting of like haptic suits and that whole idea of like really the whole full VR experience the way that we imagine it for the farther future. And I think haptics is definitely the way to go, as well as getting our hands into VR, getting our, whole attributes of our expressionism into VR. It's like there's so much more that can come from this, and why not have these like small stepping stones that are really going to lead it up to where people are understanding that this is the future. the future of virtual worlds.
It really like gives it like you more of a it gives you like more of a feel for the environment, because like it's actually funny as I'm like walking around. I sometimes like bump into like things here like and normally like, I wouldn't even notice because it's like you kind of like face through them, but when you can actually feel it, like it's hard to describe it, but it's kind of interesting feeling because it's something that happens in real world. Like you bump into something, you're like, oh, that thing is over there. But in VR, like you just like you face through things and you don't even realize they are there. But like with this, I can like feel something on my back and I'm like, oh, what's the thing over here? And you know, it kind of gives you that kind of like extra like sense
It
that you were
does.
like previously lacking.
Does. Because normally, this would be my thing here in VR. We're in Neos, where I was like, "Hey guys, how's it going? I'm just gonna face through," and now I can't do that. I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Trix. I'm sorry."
Yeah, we'll have a
Face through.
tickle Frox thing for just, and then you'll just hear
No.
Fox giggle on stream all the time.
Tickle me, Fox.
No.
I think
That's what I
that'd be better
said
for
that
him.
should
He
be
already
the
has
way.
the haptic suit.
That'd be actually interesting if somebody made like a doll. Like you tickle the doll and the user can actually feel it. Almost like
Ooh, voodoo doll. Voodoo
yeah,
doll.
voodoo doll.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh.
Haptic voodoo doll.
I don't know. For me, I want to feel like I'm going Super Saiyan, and I feel all the energy rippling up, on the suit. And it's just like I feel like or punching a wall. Yeah, sure, that too. Endo, same thing, right? Grizzly
I also
says
love
I'm
to
worried
see
about
like
the
more
future of
haptic
VR because of
devices.
the recent predatory pricing by certain large corporate. Yeah. Well, you know. I still feel very positive for the future of VR. I think it's going to be viewed as more as an input than a gaming console. At least I hope. Like,
No, I totally agree. One of the tricky things I think definitely is the engine aspect, which I think a lot of people ignore to some degree.
yeah.
Like, you want VR, but you got to develop for VR, so it's like you got to be mindful of it. What's up,
Also,
Asus?
Rampa says, I'm trying to write a custom local editor in C# because I grew tired of Visual Studio Code as an editor for localizing. If I get something worth sharing, I'm sending it you source Frox. Oh, nice of you, Rampa.
Very cool. Well, you can like just like put it like on GitHub.
Yeah.
Like usually people like if you're like okay with it, like people like whenever they make something for Neos, they kind of publish it on GitHub for other people to kind of use and share. It's like a good way of sharing like your work.
Oh, the file sharing is so handy.
Oh, I wasn't even
Sample
talking about
says,
it.
is there a way to
no,
alter the stereo cameras for an avatar to make like a fisheye view?
Usually for
Yeah,
fisheye, like you don't use like stereo, like specifically like you essentially need like multiple camera views, and then you kind of combine it into like one bigger view. Because by default, like everything is rendered using perspective projection, but for fisheye, like with perspective projection, like the wider the angle is, the more distorted the image gets, and you kind of like lose a lot of like resolution. And if you wanted to do a really wide field of view, essentially the edges would be really stretched and the actual like center would be like really tiny. So for the fisheye, usually render like small views and then you can combine them, and it's a little bit more complicated. But one thing that Neos does support is actually 360 real-time rendering. So you can launch Neos in a mode where it renders something called equirectangular projection, and it actually renders in all of the directions. So if you record it and upload it as 360 video on YouTube, for example, you can actually watch it in 360.
Oh, well, there you go. It's very interesting.
One thing is it's pretty performance heavy, like even way more than actual VR rendering, because it's pretty much rendering like 6 views at a relatively high resolution. So you need 3D 360 is not supported, unfortunately. That one's a little bit more complicated as well, because you have to like use like special projection to kind of get like those 2 views, because it needs to kind of compensate for parallax. And there are like
for
different
it being
methods to do with
stereographic, I
it.
imagine that'd be a lot.
I was actually helping, I think it was Curious do something at least with 180, and at
Yeah.
least we tried to do the 3D 360. It was a lot of cameras. Let's just say that.
Yeah. There's like a different approaches. Like
Rosalie's
if you
also
can
saying,
like modify the shaders, then like you can actually adjust the positions of the vertices, so it kind of simulates parallax as it renders, but it needs to be like kind of like built into all of the shaders.
Yeah, Rosalie's also saying, are there plans to run AI directly in Neos, for example, using GP T3 to instantly make logic systems or furnish a room with items from your inventory.
We don't have plans like specifically for integration of the AI, at least not right now. But given like how Neos has like logics, you can actually integrate any like external software, so you could like write like most of it and communicate over WebSocket. And one thing that's gonna come at some point in the future is like a more like full-on scripting. We're kind of thinking about using WebAssembly. It's not 100% decided, but let's say that comes in, we'll actually be able like to compile a lot of like existing code and just bring into Neos and kind of like build the solutions on top of that. So, but it's more far future stuff.
Absolutely.
So right now you'd have to like use logics with the WebSocket.
Also,
Oh yeah, there's also a good point.
Endo-
Like what I was mentioning, like
Oh.
other people are using like debugging system, like for extra experiment with AI. So you can actually like write extra C# like code and load it as a plugin into Neos. The only caveat is that like if you do that, the build is technically separate from all the other builds, so we cannot connect to people unless they have the same plugin.
Yeah, and Endo also asks, is it possible to use the Leap Motion controller in Neos on desktop mode? And yes, this is possible. You can use the Leap Motion controller in desktop mode.
You can
and have your
actually
hands be tracked.
you can actually use also the bHaptics suite in the skill mode as well.
Oh, well, there you go.
Hmm.
That's pretty cool information to know as well.
Yes.
So you could
It's
use
very
the
self-protecting
haptics,
as well for
while
me.
this stuff. Imagine if we got like really good like tracking information, like for people who don't have the VR headset, that they just have their body tracked out, and then they're able to just bring themselves still virtually, but they're just seeing themselves in desktop. It'd be a very interesting
It
set of
would be.
events.
It would definitely be interesting to see like proper mocap support in here in someday. 'Cause then you get industry focusing their eyes on this, and that'd be really good.
Well, the question is like, what exactly do you mean by full mocap? Like, do you mean essentially like the capture devices, or do you mean just like recording and
Hmm.
exporting the information? Because there's kind of like a lot of things that kind of go into mocap, and we already support some of them.
No, I get that. I'm just speaking more so generally in terms of where Nex was talking about how users can just dance and do stuff, so you could actually have better creative workflows with that in mind.
Yeah. I mean, like
Yeah.
you can already like use like the Vive full body trackers to kind of like perform, but you can like really easily record it right now. So like once we have like things like the timeline, you actually be able to record like whatever like motion is there, and then like export it, integrate with other workflows. So
Can't wait. Custom animations. Let's
yeah.
go.
Also, UE4, if you're trying to find some worlds where there's active sessions, you can just go into your worlds tab, and then there should be a tab that says active sessions, that where you can find people inside of public worlds. But
Also,
right now, the
just a head-
community inside of Neos is pretty small.
Also, just a heads up, if you see no active sessions at all whatsoever, do make sure your system time is set correctly. That will prevent you from actually seeing people.
Also, sometimes like
That
make
is
sure like
all.
you're on the latest build, because we release like builds pretty frequently. So sometimes Steam doesn't update, and you might be like on the old version.
Mm-hmm. Conchu had a question.
Yeah, if your time isn't set right on your computer, it can really mess your Neos up.
Recently I discovered...
Conchu says, recently I discovered my Neos VR cache folder was 80 gigabytes. Can you explain how the cache is managed, or if there can be some threshold that is triggered?
Currently
that's
there's
what I
not. So like you have to like clean it like out like manually, or use like a cleaning tool like a CC cleaner to like typically clean it up. It's a good idea to like run it like from time to time. But like a proper like management for
me, I
cache is
use CC
planned for
cleaner.
the future.
Yeah, that would actually be interesting, and maybe even like the launcher or something like that, like clear cache, like as a button or something.
Yeah.
We'll have like
Or
a
maybe
proper like
something else.
solution for that. Like
Yeah. What's the copyright? Welcome back.
Whatever your time zone has, preferably. If you're from Estonia, then I would put the time zone for Estonia. Just making sure that your time's set up properly.
Undersampled asks, so is it possible to set the angle for the stereo cameras?
Angle?
Yeah, the angle. I mean, you can set many angles.
I'm not sure
Whatever
if I
you like.
understand exactly. You can actually do like a custom like setup, like a camera rig, like if you configure and you can like place the cameras where you want. If you mean also like for a default Neos camera, because it does have support for like a stereo capture,
These two do.
you might need to do it manually as well. So kind of like tilt the cameras, because it manages the distance of the cameras for you, but like it doesn't control the rotations. So, but if you do like your own custom setup, you can pretty much like do anything with the cameras.
And UE4, I recommend going to the Discord. There'll actually be people on there to properly help you in a bit more efficient manner than on the live stream.
They were asking, so is that a no?
No, it's well, it's pretty much like yes, but like it depends what exactly you're wanting to do, like in what context you're talking, because there's lots of different ways to do it.
There you go.
I'm gonna.
Yep. Hopefully that answered your question, understandable. Still have your happy points on? Excellent. And it says, I'm really hoping for the best for Neos. It's so cool already, and I imagine in the future. Yeah. I mean, I look at this as basically a software that allows us to express VR art in a way that never before could be done so easily and collaboratively with many people around the world. And also people that have never even gotten into game design ever before in their life, and they're able to create and build together and make such a, incredible content just by putting their minds inside here, as well as now our feelings as well. Which is quite cool.
Can feel everything.
Oh, interesting. Understable says, do you have any plans for support of pass-through MR? So I do know that SolarX, like company with Neos, is actually not just VR but also AR, and having a form of mixed reality as the hardware gets there. And when mixed reality starts becoming pretty good for pass-through, I think that we will be having.
It depends on what they mean. Well, because we do support like mixed reality rendering, but I'm not sure if there's the same mixed reality rendering that they mean, because there's like a lot of different things that are called mixed reality. So,
they
if
might
they
be
mean like
talking
sort of
about
like
AR.
using, if they mean AR, we don't support AR right now, but we do want to support it in the future for mixed reality, where we can where let's say we use a green screen, and we actually have the environment, we have the person kind of like interact with things and we see things that are in front of them. We do support that. Neos has a special mode for that.
Also, Alex asks, are there limits to the collaborative tools versus building solo? No, I mean, I build solo and I'm completely fine. I also build with others, and it feels great because we're basically doing the same exact thing collaboratively, and just makes stuff get done quicker.
It's the
So
same set of tools. It's just that if you're doing it with an extra person, so
it's pretty much like the way like
things just go
is
by
designed.
faster.
It's pretty much like the way Neos is designed overall. Is like that it doesn't really distinguish like between like single player and multiplayer. Everything is kind of like implicitly multiplayer. And if you want, you can like override things that can like be only for a certain player, but by default, everything kind of just works with multiple users. And if you don't have like any users in the session, then it's just that like there's like no like other like limitation.
Yes, and I love that Neos is quite unique. This is a very unique virtual online metaverse, so that we can have these already incredible tools so early on of it just being still beta. And we want to add in so much more. And the fact that you guys have been here supporting us through the Patreon, supporting us through Twitch, supporting us on our Discord, and being such a friendly community already, it's like that's what I love so much more than anything else. And I'm just very thankful for all of you guys that have actually kept it, going to where we can be working on such an amazing platform that I can't wait to see what happens in the next few years and how it's really going to allow people to connect from all around the world. And already what it's been doing from that. Just the other day, I was inside of a world with our Japanese community, and you know, we were just playing, and they were making out their booths and doing out their stuff, and so it's just really cool to see other cultures being able to connect to each other and
Oh yeah.
being able to have that in through VR.
That's one of the reasons like we kind of support like different languages as well. Like Neos is it's actually really cool because like our community also helped us like translate Neos, and we're currently available in I think like 18 languages or so. It kind of like helps like because I also like I'm not actually like I'm from the Czech Republic, so like we kind of want to, and we have like people from all over the world, so we kind of like want to like build it international like community and make sure everybody kind of interacts. And it's also like kind of ties back into like the collaboration aspect of Neos, is so everyone can like interact in real time on pretty much like anything, and it fosters a lot more creativity. It creates this sort of like creative like resonance when people kind of like bounce ideas of each other, and kind of like everybody like starts like doing all silly things, and or even like people who kind of like build things that are just like for fun, then meet with somebody who's using Neos for education and actually help them out build research applications. And it just creates like these connections that would never like happen before if the collaboration wasn't there, or if it was like just through like something like I don't know, like Google Docs or like GitHub or something like that. When it's kind of face to face, well, virtual face, it just gives it that much more of like power.
Also, it looks like Renari in chat is getting a tax suit, and they said that their vest is going to be on the 15th. That'll be awesome, dude. And Player Cody says, VRC, I'm a stand in front of a mirror and needs VR to like Logix. Okay. Funny. Of course, says now
into mirrors.
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, you can do Logix in front of the mirror. Mm-hmm.
No, what if the Logix notes
all
are
inside
mirrors?
That would be really impressive, because I don't know how they'd be able to do that one.
Well, I can do that now.
Yeah.
Just need the Logix
Yeah,
note.
and absolutely what Probable Prime is saying, that isn't the goal. It's both platforms have merits, and I couldn't agree more with Probable Prime. I think in each sector and each time we all have like our own individual things that people want to be doing. And for Neos, I think if people are interested in what we're doing, then they would be inside of here right now. And I think that those are the right people that we should have in here right now anyways. So I think everything that's going so far for Neos has been amazing, way, way, way better than it's been even 1 year ago. So I'm just really pumped up just about that.
We just really focus like on building things that like we feel that metaverse like should be about, and things that we like, and it's pretty much like the main goal is like just make something the way we feel it should be, and whether people agree or not, that's up to them. We try to make it so like as many people as possible are comfortable using our platform, but like ultimately like it's up to everyone what they prefer.
Yeah, and right when I get my VR back, you guys, I'm really gonna try to push myself, and my kind of like New Year's resolution is, instead of just streaming only on Fridays, I also want to have like another day to actually like really get people like used to, and actually be able to ask a lot of like, you know, beginner questions for inside of Neos, and even getting back to kind of like the Wednesday tutorial type stuff. I really want to get back into the flow of that and start getting that going. So right when I get my headset back, I'm gonna go full gear for helping out.
I think I
You guys, where that I can. Oh, you're already making a note that has a mirror.
I think I misplaced.
Wonderful. Also, thank you so much, Alex, for the Twitch Prime subscription. And Tomo says, I was wondering if you guys had a statement or future plans for name tags. Will they staying the same as they are now with fully customizability, or is that consideration for a more uniform style akin to well-known other platforms? Figured it'd be useful to ask. I think you know, everything is subject to change in the matter of time through things, but I think even the name tags are...
Yeah. Well, the one thing,
That's
like, we
not
might
the
change,
proper-
like, the default name tags and, like, make them even, like, more customizable, but we do want to support, like, people doing, like, custom stuff on their avatar, because Neos is all about customization. The only thing, like, we ask is if you do set up a custom name badge, set it up with the proper components so it can be hidden as the regular name badge. That way, like, if people don't want to see name badges, they can hide them, or if somebody doesn't want to see like custom name badges, they can actually disable them on their end. But then everyone else who wants to see them, they'll be able to see your custom name badge. So that's pretty much like the only thing. Like,
Yep.
Mhm.
So
Otherwise,
just
like, you
be
can, like,
respectful
use-
and add and attach that component that's going to allow the name tags to not be seen when somebody wants to have them hidden. And Yui says, so what's the poly count that this game can handle? I mean, you can import even a model that has millions and millions of polygons. It's really just about, what your frame rate's kind of getting to. And if it's starting to get chunky, probably delete the stuff,
It also
But
depends
we
like
don't
what
have
you're
a
doing
limit.
with it. Like if you use certain like materials, they will make the geometry more heavy, and also like static geometry is much cheaper than like skin like geometry. So if you had like avatar, there's like a million triangles. That's gonna be pretty heavy because it has to like transform those vertices every single frame. But if it's just a static image, let's say like a 3D scan, that's usually pretty performant and mostly just limited by how powerful your GPU is. So we don't like impose any like hard limit, but you just have to be kind of like mindful of how much performance you're taking, like in particle wars or with particle like avatars. So like if you're bringing something into public, just be careful and like to not like out other people. We do want to add like
And
sort of
there-
like configurable like limits. So like if somebody's hosting a session, they can say like you cannot bring something if it's too heavy, but you always have the ability to kind of like have your own world, like or host your own sessions and pretty much like do whatever you want in there, because like every session is kind of like yours.
Yeah, and also UE4, you can absolutely bring in your high poly models. That is completely fine to bring inside of Neos. And under sample is saying, is there concern for imposters? I wouldn't say too much. If you have a knowledge that somebody is, acting like they're someone else, you can reach out to our moderation team, and we should get that sorted out to make sure that that person isn't doing that. Also, the community is very small right now, so we would be able to handle those sorts of issues. And but so far, people, I think
There's
that they're
also
pretty
an important thing.
good and
If
stuff
you
here.
go, there's a very important thing. If you go into the session, that actually shows the real name of the user, and that cannot be changed. So even so, if somebody changes their name tag, you can go to session and check what their real name is. One thing that we also will be adding is like a way to kind of show like local overlays. So like if you're like not sure if somebody's who they say they are, you can just like enable it, and it's actually gonna show their real name using sort of like a local
Yep.
badge. That way, it will prevent
True.
people kind of like from imposing like as other users.
Also, welcome to the Discord.
Yes.
If you guys haven't joined the Discord already, definitely join the Discord if you want to have any more information or, just connect to the Neos community.
Ooh.
Because there's definitely, we have a lot of people. I think we're almost at 4,000 people on our Discord, right? How many people were on our Discord?
is in the description below.
Yeah, how many people were in the Discord channel, Yui? You just joined, so you should have seen this. 5,000 something, really? You were already at that much? What? I didn't know you were at 5,000.
I
So-
thought we had more.
So behold my
got
magnificent
records.
creation.
Yeah. You're doing awesome, Will. Nice
I
to
had to
have you
flip
here
it,
inside
though.
of the Twitch channel with us.
Next, did you see my magnificent creation?
This is
It's
beautiful.
logic that's
Are
mirror.
you showing this? Are you showing this to chat?
Yes.
Mirror
Look at
logic.
this. This is what we do for you, chat. We turn
We turn stupid.
logics into mirrors. This is what you get on this stream.
I
right
was
now.
gonna.
This is
I was.
beautiful.
I was gonna say that we turn stupid ideas into reality.
Yes,
Yeah,
and this
be
is a
careful what you-
beautiful
be careful.
reality.
Be careful what you say, because like 5 minutes later, we're gonna make it probably.
Why did you delete it? You need to archive that,
What
Prix.
you wish.
You need to
Well, I broke
You
it.
need to archive that.
I broke it.
At least it's on camera.
Well, we can recreate it.
Prime asks, could you turn Next into a Logix node?
I mean, we could.
You could turn me into a Logix node.
Which one are we gonna be?
Do this now, so then it can be clipped. So then it can be clipped on forever on the trail. What are you doing to me? Oh no!
Node preference next?
Chat, save me!
Do you want to be a certain type of Logix node?
Oh no!
Oh no,
Where are
he's
you guys
flat. He's 2D. Oh no, and I lost
Okay,
it.
well, here we go. Turkey, I feel very uncomfortable with you being this close.
I'm sorry, I've been spectating. This is what I
Oh
do.
jeez, I put a camera on first person.
Hey, don't worry. I've done this at chiropractic all the time. I'm used to this chiropractic work.
Let's wait.
Well, which node are we gonna
Wait,
be?
I just realized, where do we pull the Logix ribbon out of? Or where do we connect it to?
Let's turn next one into a pancake.
Let's
Well,
put them in
you're
the
already
center.
playing in pancake mode. It's very fitting.
I am not a wet noodle. I am not going down the drain.
But,
He's a slurp.
but you're being
You're Slurpy now. You're Slurpy Lurpy.
Are you having a giggle over there? I just think that's funny.
Oop.
Ah.
Oh, he's
Can I
getting
move?
away.
Can I? Can,
No.
I need to see. I need to see. Oops. The chat. I can't read the chat.
Just
Next
open
thing
another
I know,
window on
I'm
your
the
computer.
Logix. Okay.
Logix is alive. Oh no.
Am I Logix now? Am I a thing? Have I become one with Logix? Hello?
I mean, we're turning it to a node. We need a
Make
next
next
node now.
junior.
It's like the Ooh, but instead it's just next.
I mean,
Yes.
that's easier than making
Yes.
into logics.
Just, I think that that is easier.
What happens if I do this? What's gonna show?
You just pulled a node out of me. I don't know how I feel about this.
I'm sorry.
This is
Yeah,
like The
but-
Last of Us, except with nodes.
Here. Let me give you. There you go. I can send you now. Wait, I just gotta pack you.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh no.
Oh.
What?
Why is he parenting? Why is he parenting? Did you parent him?
I parented to my gun. He's
But
not
why
part
is
of the
he?
gun.
I packed him. Did packing him break him?
I think
Oh,
Why did you pack me?
Next you are packed.
he's a
Boy, if you don't unpack me, what do you mean all about? Unpack me. Ah, gosh. This is why I have to be in VR on my streams. My gosh.
Hey, at least my
Ah.
friends.
And desktop you're vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm incredibly vulnerable.
Don't worry, I
Oh
won't shake.
gosh.
A gun that transforms people into logics.
I'm gonna get
Thanks
this
for
one.
leaving me packed.
Well, you said you were a Logix node. I was like, all right, hey, let's pack next. Let's see what happens. Oh,
Oh gosh.
N-
Yeah, well,
Nias,
now we know what happens.
Everton.
Now we know
Too
what
much
happens,
power.
Turk. I get parented to. That's what happens.
I'm the parent now.
I got
Oh
parent.
gosh. Well, while you do that, I'm gonna get hydrated. Hydrates in chat.
I have to find the. Wait. Oh.
Oh, that's
Wait, oh,
terrifying.
there he is.
It's the
Okay.
Let's unpack that.
Wait, no, I could just unparent. Next, there you go. He's free.
Ah, thank you
See if you can
for
find
releasing me of the
something.
chains that is Turk.
Okay, fine. I'll delete him.
Oh no. We deleted
Ah,
next.
Okay.
I still have the slip on me. Do you need?
Well, there you go, guys. Go. We attempted that whole turning me into the Logix thing. That went great. Really went awesome. Truly,
Sorry. I was
very impressed.
It's a much more complex problem than we thought, but it can be solved. Just needs more
Yeah.
research.
Hey, at least I can say I was Logix. So whenever anybody says that they love Logix, then they're saying that they love me. Same thing.
What?
Just be glad you're not wearing haptics. Very true, Under. Yeah, absolutely. I would not want to wear haptics when I'm being turned into Logix.
Oh
Now
no.
turn them into a pickle? Question mark. Pearl Prime, your ideas have grown very flat now. You're not turning me into a pickle.
We have to turn you into
We
a
already did
cucumber
Logix.
first.
We're not turning me into a pickle, though. I'm sorry to say.
Go to pickle. you
No
gotta go to
pickle
cucumber
next.
first.
We're not doing that. I don't think so.
Well, no,
Especially
no.
it being green. I don't know.
We have to make you cucumber next. You're green already, but now we have to turn you into a cucumber. But for
That is a
pickle next,
snack,
we
and
have
that
to
is
make you
not
salty.
me. That is a snack.
Oh.
Do we need to add next to the logic section of the wiki? Please do.
Yes.
Really
Is that a
do,
pickle
please.
material?
Please take your time out of your day, out of your really
Right.
important life to do that and add that to our wiki. I'd really appreciate it.
Close enough. We're just gonna do.
Pierre's like, you do realize I can draw whatever I want? Okay. Question mark? Don't do that. Don't do
Oh, maybe
that.
this one.
Oh,
Oh.
Next fan art time. Yeah. Gosh. That's horrible.
question: are you sweet or salty, or tangy? What kind of pickle are you?
Or spicy.
Spicy.
Look at this one.
I already know that I'm not going to answer that question, otherwise I'm going to get clipped and it's going to turn into a puppet.
That's fair. I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
What about turning him into a macadamia nut or good milk chocolate?
Hey, I do not mind being alongside Smooth Lurps, because that's great. Nothing like a smooth LARP.
Next lurp.
Make next.
So we can make him in a mirror. That's
I mean,
that's the easy part. Like, behold.
make me into a mirror. Mirrorify me.
That's very easy. Like, all we have to do is create a mirror. So we have a mirror.
Oh,
But here's the thing:
look
if
at my
you look
body.
in a mirror while being
my
a mirror,
body.
what are you looking at?
Yourself. And we apply this, and next is a
Oh.
mirror.
Well, no, it just makes
Very
can't
terrifying
see
mirror.
itself.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay. Hello. Yeah, this
Oh,
is
there
pretty
we go.
terrifying looking.
No.
Hold on. Wait, don't move. And I just need to parent this under your spine.
See, now when you guys are looking at me, now you're looking at yourselves. It's great.
I feel ages or someone.
Really good.
It's like,
Mm-hmm.
aww.
What?
Go for a hug.
Aw. He just is giving Frox a hug with his haptics. That's adorable.
I still have it set to like 50% intensity though, so it's more like an electrocution.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, I'm gonna hug you.
It's for the stream so they can see it better. Okay, so we have a next that's a mirror. I don't think I hit
Frost
all of them.
says, you all have a wonderful day. Damn you, Frost, for making me spend even more money on this game. Well, thank you for your support, Aspen.
Thank you.
It's very much appreciated. You were going to the mirror dimension. Yes, I feel like I've transcended into the mirror realm. It's great.
I think you're the portal.
From,
Here, let me. I think this is the portal. Let me go through it.
Take me off.
Help! I'm stuck. Someone get me
We
out.
can see his haptics question mark. Yeah,
Can you
before
still
that
see it?
he actually did have his haptics on. Not anymore.
no, I still
we don't
have it
see it
on.
anymore.
Wait, you cannot see it?
Great, thank you for
No,
the
the
Hello?
haptic orbs, no. I don't see
also
the haptic
mouse
orbs right
cake,
No,
now.
I see it
thank
on
you
the
for
stream.
follow.
It's on stream, but we don't see the
Oh.
orbs themselves
Oh
in
no,
here.
and I hidden the orbs. But like, the stream should be able to see it. Like,
Yeah, here. I'm just gonna head pat you.
Woo!
Was a good boy. Was a good boy. Well, hey, does this snow?
oh no,
Please.
that's a desirable. We need to respawn next again.
Here, I gotta quickly.
Oh,
put
wrong
my-
thing.
Oh no,
I'm-
no, I
Oh wait, no, it's broken.
you,
There we
you-
go.
Yep, you got him.
This is how we erase our mistakes.
Hey, Frox.
Oh.
Laser.
Hmm?
Also, I normally end the streams usually at the 2-hour mark, which isn't going to be in like 15 minutes, but again, it's completely up to you for however
Okay.
long they like.
Hmm.
Wraith is asking if he can join. I'll send him an invite. Why not?
Yes, you can invite.
Let me. I'm gonna reset my.
But yeah, keep asking us questions inside the chat, you guys.
This
And
one's a good
again, thank
one.
you so much for supporting us out. And, you know, even though that this is something that's very new and we're trying to accomplish something that's really, really difficult with how small our team is and how, you know, low of resources that we have, we're still able to get by to, you know, do something
Oh,
that
no.
we love and that we're
Who's getting
passionate
juiced?
about. We wouldn't be doing
Hey,
this if we
who's,
didn't really care about a virtual
I
universe
felt
that
it.
everyone can have. Oh. You felt the Zeus?
No, I felt the job. Like, he shot the
Also, I
RPG.
will be back in VR again for next week, you guys. Mirror
there was a
necks have to be
question.
clipped and preserved for the next generations. Absolutely right. We'll definitely get close.
There was a question about like handling temperature haptics. That is actually something that we were like showing earlier. Is thank you for the pizza. You can actually support like new supports like 4 different sensations right now. You have force, you have temperature, you have pain, and you have vibration. And with something like bHaptics, since like it doesn't support temperature directly, it is mapped to vibration. But it is placed there, like so you can actually, let's say like you have something like a torch. Or something like a fire, you can actually mark it as temperature already. It will produce haptics, but once there's hardware actually supports like temperature, like it actually can like for example heat up, it will be able to like interpret information and make something feel warm. So it's kind of like the haptic system in EOS kind of like being like future proofed for those kinds of like devices.
Yeah. And I mean, really, at the end of the day, when you're having people that are working on something that are passionate about something and they're really driven to try to make it better, you know, it's not about the money at that point. It's mostly about, you know, just making an amazing platform and making something that everyone can have access to that has a VR headset. Like, you know, and I feel like everyone who's on our team right now, it feels the same exact way. It's really kind of, and that passion is, I think, going to be the thing that people are going to see, and then they're going to be like, whoa, yeah, we really should, you know, be a part of this sort of experience, because not only is it going to benefit us, you guys, it's going to benefit you guys too, because when this grows out and the NCR gets more value, and you know, I think it's going to be a really amazing investment for people who just also that are into games, into online virtual social networks that can connect people around the world. And this is a platform that always I've wanted, even as a kid, is like you imagine something and boom, it happens. Like there's so many things that I've seen that I've imagined in my head as young, and now it's like I get to see it out virtually. That's to me is worth $1 million right there.
Did it work?
No.
I saw a big shield thing.
I just want to feel the
If I
fuzziness.
was supposed to feel anything,
I'm sure
I didn't feel anything.
too.
Yeah, I don't feel anything if I'm supposed to be feeling anything.
Yeah, and this is the bHaptics suit, Aspen. It's the tack suit, right, Frox, that you got on?
Yes, tack suit. I actually have like a 4 parts. Yeah. So I have like the tack suit. I have, I think the face cover is called tactile, and the forearms, they're like tactile C. So I can have like a vibrations on forearms. I have like one on the forehead, and the vest, which is like 20 points at the front and 20 points at the back.
So the tack suit or the tack suit X. Oh, we've lost. I thought we'd lost Fruits then.
Oh.
No, Fruits is here.
No, Fruits is still here.
Yeah, I just saw it disappear for a second. That might have been my near clip.
Oh, here.
And absolutely, Aspen, and don't worry, you guys, if you can't, you know, support this game directly right now. The better thing, like if you can't support us monetarily, just, you know, tell your friends about Neos if they have a VR headset, or just talk about it. Even that alone can really help it out, because there might be that one person who actually has been looking for something like this for quite a while, and they're like, whoa, what is this Neos thing? And then they try it out, and they're like, this is exactly what I've been looking for. And that's the kind of people that we want inside of here.
I was going to say,
just
having
like part of the
people on
platform.
the platform. Just having people on the platform is a good way to support us, because, you know, people come in and they see more people around, and that makes them more likely to stick around as well, because they've got people to be with.
Well, exactly. Like if people like are like wanting or even just like hanging out, it kind of builds out a community and makes the platform like more interesting to more people. So but everything like you pretty much do like helps the platform grow.
Exactly. Don't get me
Aspen
wrong.
Frost also says, is it the tack suit or tack suit X?
I'm actually not sure exactly now. Like it's like the older version. So like they have like a newer version that's coming out. I'm actually not sure. I think it's like in a month or so. That is much cheaper, but I have like the older version because like they had like this available for developers. So I integrated it one, but both of them should work with the same integration.
Yeah, so it's probably the tack suit then.
Yeah.
But yeah,
to go back to what you're saying, it really does help, because a lot of people come on here just wanting to meet people or just to hang with people, and You can do that really easily on here. You can just chill and watch videos.
Yeah.
You can make something together. You can even just like literally we've had days where like people are just doing like meme videos or just chilling and like talking about their day. It's
Yeah,
really nice
exactly.
to just kind of like hop in here and just chill with your friends.
Don't get me wrong, it's nice. The small community thing is nice. Don't get me wrong,
Mhm.
you do want that bigger community at the end of the day because you want more people to go out and actually be able to meet with, and then there's more sessions open and everything else.
And
Completely.
more content made that people have been building in here.
Yeah.
Completely. But
That's-
we can't get there without having the few that are willing to start.
Yeah.
So everyone who comes
Oh.
out here to hang, I always try to introduce. I always appreciate all their efforts.
Yeah.
Even just being here.
That's a good question.
Yes.
Is the ability to use Vive trackers for shoulders in the pipeline?
People have asked for it. I don't have like a specific time when to like put it in. I would like to integrate it sometime, but it requires like some changes to the IK, so it's gonna take a little bit more work.
Yeah.
Whatever they're coming. Oh,
That was like...
that was way too strong.
I think you felt that one.
That definitely felt that one.
Someone clip that.
Somebody yeah,
Oh.
definitely clip that one.
Like, overload.
I mean, it's the whole body, like my arms, my whole body, like upper body, and like my forehead. It's like.
Just the best thing to do is obviously with
Oh,
Fruits having it on
Oh.
on the screen, you can see what
a
sensors are
little bit
being
stronger.
set off. And just look on the haptic
Just a
suit in the
little
bottom
bit.
left corner, and you'll see what is being set off.
Weaker. Just.
And also, what Probable said's actually quite a good point. Shoulders don't move that much.
Well, there's like a good like argument for shoulders because like you can use it for like nonverbal language. Like let's say you shrug your shoulders. So
Yeah,
that's
there
something.
is that factor. Yeah,
It's just
Also,
like
I noticed
it's just
there's
like
quite
a
a
fair
few
bit.
people that use it for dancing as well. They use their shoulders for
Ooh.
dance articulation, so you can't move your
Wait,
shoulders.
wait,
in a
wait!
way
Don't
that is
do
kind
this
of-
while somebody's talking. Ooh, there we go.
At some point, I completely.
brought
I don't know like
Wow.
if like the thing like with the shoulders is like it's a little bit more like a niche use and it requires more work to integrate. So what would be best is like we have like an official GitHub, create like a topic for it that you want like the shoulder support for the full body, and if you get a lot of people like interested in that will kind of bump it up in the priority list.
I was gonna say, what's the tracking limit for Steam VR? Because can we just have something where like we can set an object we want being tracked, per se, in the future?
that was funny. That
I'm not
reminds me of
sure I
what-
understand. Like
So basically, like, for example, recently we had Mentalish's cat being tracked by his eye tracker.
Theo
Hey.
did that with his dog as well, and he put an Avali avatar out, and he had the Avali avatar following the tracker for his dog, and you just saw this Avali running
Yeah.
around the session.
Not to get too off
Yeah.
on that, but basically, have like a point that you want to track, and that gets tracked by the actual tracker. Like, it just describes the position and rotation.
well,
Or
you can
carries
already do
over
that like in
somewhere.
EOS. Like you can pretty much like parent
Yeah,
anything like
no.
under tracker. If you want shoulders though, it's more complicated because the shoulder is not a single point. It actually has to like
Hmm.
integrate it into the whole IK, which is like solving the positions and rotations of the bones. So you cannot like if you just apply like the position and rotation of the tracker onto the bone, it would pretty much like always like be incorrect. So it would like look like your shoulders like dislocated or like flying somewhere. So
Okay.
doing that is a lot more complicated than just like tracking something that's like rigid.
Well, thank you for the explanation. I appreciate it.
Let's add more
Mhm.
pizza. We'll add more pizza to Turk.
Wait, what? No, what? No, stop.
No,
stop.
yeah, you need
No, no,
sideburns.
no,
Sideburns.
No, let me go.
Love you guys. I love you so much. Love.
You have a character collider? Or, wait, does the pizza have a character collider?
No, I don't think so. Shouldn't.
Something was stopping me.
Also, there's no gravity flip inside of this world. That was in our other one. We actually should add gravity flip though
Hey.
back into this. Yeah, I could have missed that.
What,
Is that really
It's only for
difficult?
subscribers, I believe, that can only do it. Only subscribers can gravity flip. You can try other chat commands though, if you want to try out other ones.
Can do the zip one.
6 Vive trackers to my dog.
Oh.
Endo says, did somebody already make a RPG game in Neos? Actually, they did a D&D. We actually showcased that out last week, and we had, or
tabletop-
actually the week before.
Tabletop
Tabletop
roleplay and RPG can be very different. That's why I wanted to
thought you
ask.
meant
Do you
this for a
mean
second.
like Final Fantasy-esque RPG or JRPG, or do you mean just like straight up tabletop RPG? Or do you mean
Yeah,
RPG?
it could be either
RPG, like JRPG? Not yet. Not that I know of.
Ah!
People could do it in
Missed.
here, but it just takes time. So
You should be the one to start. Do it. Be the one. The
What's in
one.
my face?
an RPG.
Oh, I'm going like that. I'm like, why can't I see?
Gotta clean out that clip, boy.
Oh, here you go. Oh, you already got one.
You want to shoot
Yes,
me from
rocket propelled
distance?
grenades that also react to haptics. So, you know. Oop.
Just a normal day. Like, hey, can I blow you up with an RPG?
It's still kind of strong. Like, when I hit like earlier, like it was like really good. Like when it's like very subtle.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to go for.
Nice.
I kind of wish the index had haptics because I only feel it on my hands.
Where is it? It's near the bottom.
Definitely the best way to learn is just to be here inside of Neos and connect with other people that also do logics here inside of
Probably
Neos.
like 1
That's one of
5.
the best ways. Or even just watch some tutorials
Can be
as well.
rounded.
I can say Logics isn't that bad.
Oh,
but
it'll
once you
round.
learn,
There we go. But it's still kind of
so if
strong.
you're used to that paper form or even Java,
So is
it's not
there...
that hard to pick up.
What am I stuck on?
Yeah, I wish the
Nothing like
index
the
had eye
base force is too
tracking, but I
strong.
think probably the index too
Something's
will.
grabbed
And
me.
that's kind of why I really want to wait for the
Yeah, no,
Oh,
Omnicept
it's the
Yep.
locomotion.
headset,
Yep.
the HP Reverb G2 Omnicept,
I
and
think I might have grabbed
try to
it.
get one for the
This
industry.
one's interesting.
Get
It's
a
kind of
little
like
mouth tracking and the heart
it's
monitor and eye
very
tracking.
subtle.
Hey, Wraith, you want to join me?
No, the power won't do like much. That's just like the modulation based on distance.
Wrong way.
Oh, that's too strong. I think you have it probably like just the radius is like too low.
There we go.
Welcome. Welcome to the
Yes.
upside. I can't read any of this.
Hmm. Oh,
Optic volume.
I see. Oh,
No.
that is weird. I can still feel it.
Aegis go boom.
And broke it.
I think at some point, Alex Key, we would have volumetric lighting.
Volumetric lighting will be fun.
Hmm.
Reflection
Yep, we've
probes are fun.
recently, yeah, we recently just added in reflection probes, though, which are
We can actually show that.
really
Like,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Actually,
actually, we
show
didn't
the
even
reflection
like set up
probes.
like this environment with reflection probes yet. Like,
I think
it's like
I've got
uh,
a version of my
it actually
program
makes a
where
pretty big
reflection
difference for
probes
this world. So if I
Oh, the
create
one with
object
the,
and go to reflection
Super real
probe,
time.
you see it will create like
Yeah,
one,
I think it's that one.
and it will bake it right away. And you can actually see like what kind of like difference it makes on the environment.
that one?
Like you see how it makes
No.
the colors like pop out
It's
a lot
an
more.
environment.
Even if I make like one outside,
No.
I can go like create new
Should be able to see
object
myself.
reflection probe,
No,
bakes,
maybe that one. If not, I think it's the red one.
and it makes a big difference. It just makes the colors a lot more like vivid. We need to like set up the environment with them at some point.
I think I've lost
And also for like effectively like surfaces, like here, reflection probe.
No. Probably not a bad thing.
It actually helps because like
Yeah,
they will like
really
reflect
consider
like
so
more
you really don't wanna
accurately.
be like, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
Unless it was that one.
ooh, everything's all scenic now. I was gonna Frooks, put it to my head. Put it locally to our head.
But
It
what?
just follows us. Position it at our head. Position at user.
But what?
For the reflection probe.
Oh no, it's just a static one. Like they're baked.
Oh. Hmm.
So I don't know if this thing works.
Yeah, don't put reflective people probes and get the coach.
Oh, next there's a real
Sorry
loud.
for the typing. Sorry.
Oh, that's
my special mechanical keyboard.
Visual. I was looking for that.
I see it.
Here's the visual.
I'm just gonna go wear it in front of fruits for a second.
Oh, did you add in the reflection probes? Oh,
I did a few. There's like another cool example, like
this
there's
one's a
actually
really
like
beautiful
use
one
case of
showing
like cube maps.
Yeah.
'Cause I can already feel my. Oops. I'm in the stars.
I remember seeing this before. This one's really cool.
It's actually like cool, like because like when it's in motion, like you can kind of see it like moving.
Is this a real life star map or is this something from?
All NASA imagery.
Ooh.
So I found out that NASA has like echo-rectangular images of star map, like star constellations in the night sky. So I was like, I'm gonna turn them into cube maps,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and now it's in Neos Essentials since they're free and open source. So
So I figured out which one it was. So I could put it on temporarily so fruits can show it, and then
But
I'll
don't
switch
please
it.
And it's a.
Please don't put this on your avatar.
Oh no, I'm not going to keep it on my avatar. Don't you
I'm
worry.
gonna put the camera on
I'm
next for a
telling
bit.
stream this. I'm telling
Yeah,
stream this.
do not put it on your avatars.
It's cool, but please do not use this.
Because it
It's
really
gorgeous.
hurts frame rate. It's gorgeous, but it
it's
really
art-
hurts frame rate.
RTX on. I can see my face in your face.
The thing is, I think Fruits has gone AFK. Who's he got the
the
camera
cameras
on?
were on next,
No, he's on
and
next.
so
Yeah,
I'd say go right in front of the camera.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I said, please, if you're gonna
Yes,
show this,
quite
at least
wealthy.
give people a heads up.
yeah,
Please do not use this. Please do not use this. Please.
yeah. They are really laggy.
Let's go, chat. We're gonna fly. We're flying around here,
We're back to
and we
normal.
also got Frox in the background.
Yes.
See the camera
Just went up, like,
captures it.
Don't get me wrong. It
Frox
looks
is getting all the head
amazing.
pats,
It is
like you guys
so,
wanted. All the head pats for
so
Frox.
expensive.
Well, they say appearances can be deceiving.
Yes.
I know, flying next. Pog. We're flying around in desktop mode, going around this Neos headquarters, which we definitely need to have as a released world and get this whole room filled up so that we can give possibly some podcasts.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe. See, I'm hoping. Fingers crossed.
Again.
That'll be nice.
But I'm gonna actually bounce out. I'll catch you guys later.
Right?
Here.
No problem.
Peace to you, Turk. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on stream. It was very fun to have you here with us. And
Oop.
it's a very rare one because I was here without hands.
I come back.
Yeah, I figured you need some help, so I figured I'd stop by and help out if I could.
Yeah. Thanks, dude.
Take care, Turk. Nice to see you.
See you, Brooks.
Have a good one.
Bye, cat.
Oh,
Don't
wait,
bully.
are we ending the
So-
stream?
Bully.
Everyone say bye.
Yeah, we're
Turk.
gonna, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Goodbye, Turk. And yeah, we are gonna be ending off the stream, fairly soon. But maybe we want to answer Rosie's question before we end it
Yes.
off, saying I'm new to reflection probes concepts. Do you have a place that you put a bunch around on your map or question mark?
Yes. You pretty much have to like place them like strategically to get like a best effect with reflection probes. There's some good tutorials already like in the community. Like if you check the tutorials channel on the Discord, you can find some by Purple Prime. But generally, like it's also good. Like you can like experiment with them. Like they're very, very easy to create, so you can just make one and see what kind of effect it has on the environment. And if you don't like it, you can move it around, remove it, or adjust the properties. It's kind of like very kind of like quick iteration inside of VR. Like helps a lot with finding out like how something works.
Absolutely. And Sauce, thank you for the follow. And Rampa, considering that you said that, I absolutely will have a New Year's stream for Neos, as well as probably some Christmas themed type streams
Ooh.
for Neos as well.
Yeah,
so that will be fun. And we'll be hanging out instead of icy worlds, maybe some ice skating and answer stuff like that. You know, maybe some fun stuff as well as New Year fireworks. We'll be shooting off a whole bunch of VR fireworks, as many as we want, because you know we have unlimited access to that. So we'll definitely do that for you guys too.
Idea, Fruits.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
this
look,
entire
we already
world.
got the ice and stuff here. Here we go.
We were talking about the idea of doing a Christmas tree next. But,
Oh, yeah, if
putting
you're
fruit
trying
on
a
it,
Christmas tree.
putting fruit on it,
Yeah, we
and
can do that.
instead of baubles,
Oh.
we use world orbs.
Sounds good to me.
There we go. Size. Oh no, I'm being grabbed.
The world wars could also be like worlds that lead out to Christmas style type places, because there's actually quite a few in US. But yeah, thank you again, everyone that has watched on the stream today. Again, I'll be back inside of VR for next Friday, and we'll hang out again. And we do this again every single Friday at 3 p.m. PST. And if you haven't already, please join our Discord, discord.gg/neosvr. And we also have a Patreon. If you help us and support us on Patreon, it really helps us grow out this project and allows us to do even more incredible things, as you've seen today, for haptic integration, and even more to come for plenty of stuff that's on our planned roadmap. So I love you all. Have a wonderful Friday. Enjoy your day. And I'll let Frux also say goodbye as well.
Nice.
Oh, just to answer that last question, I do believe it's a Vive Pro Eye that Frooks is
Yes.
using.
Yeah, I'm using Vive Pro Eye. It's like my favorite headset, especially for like the eye tracking. But it's
Yeah,
a
that
really good
means that
display.
Frooks can give you winks.
Can also
Thing
do
is,
wide
you
eyes.
can tell Frooks can give you the evil
No problem
eyes, you
here.
see. Frooks can give you that sort of like, look.
Well, I don't think I can do that. Can do
And
surprise
also
one.
thank you to everyone that subscribed today and also gave bits and gave us all of those. It goes directly to supporting out Neo. So thank you again for that too, for everyone that's done that, for Snooper and Wraith and everyone else.
Yes, thank you so much. It's actually feeling somebody.
Goodbye, everyone. Have an awesome day. Love you all.
Thanks.
Mwah.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye bye.
Bye. See you later.